So what's up, you guys? I am going to be talking a little bit about Kaspa, and I am going to be talking about some of the positive and some of the negatives, and I'm going to lay it all out, give you guys some of the hard truths. And some of you are going to be triggered. I know some of you are going to be triggered because you get a lot of these influencers out there. A lot of these influencers, they're promising you a Lambo by November, but there's a lot of stuff that a lot of people need to understand. A lot of you need to understand if you're going to make it through this bull cycle, because we haven't seen nothing yet, and it's been brutal so far, man. It's been crazy, I tell you. So look, Kaspa is down again to 7, like almost just going to drop below 7 cents, right? Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, yeah. Like I never would have thought at this point, if you rewind back to, like, you know, 8 months ago, 10 months ago, I never would have thought this, but it is happening, and I have to constantly look at the data and examine the data and see what pieces of the puzzle I'm missing. So yeah, I mean, this is some of this stuff that's going on. So now I want to take you back to November. This is the Kaspa power law chart that I've created. Link in the description below. You see my website, cryptorich.vip. But yeah, you can find that link in the description below. But yeah, when I created this, we had not crashed through support. So this graph constantly updates because of the price action and just dropping through minimum support. So at the time, I had said that top of the bull run, which is approximately November, December, right? The max resistance is going to be $1.80. And if you take a look at these numbers on the screen right now, this says December 9th, 2025, right? So we're talking 6 months down the road. Max resistance, the maximum, according to power law, the max that this is going to get is $1.27. So this is because of the very, very low price action that we've been seeing is altering the it's altering the max resistance and the minimum support lines that we see here. So it's not $1.80. It's actually getting worse and worse as time goes on. So if we go out to so let's say like 1 year from now, we'll get that to that $1.80 point. Now I believe in the long run we're going to see some very, very low low days of Kaspa. So I believe that months ahead we're going to see some very, very low days again, and in the long run we're eventually we're going to break right through max resistance. We're going to, you know, if it happens, if alt season is delayed and this chart says $1.90, I believe that it's going to be like $3, $4, $5. That's what I believe in the long run. But let me explain. Let me get into all the reasons why a lot of this stuff is going to, I believe that a lot of this stuff is going to happen. If you notice, this is very different from all those YouTubers that keep promising that the bull run top is going to be in November, right? And they say it's always in November. Like, that's the reason why it's going to be in November. Well, there were 4 bull runs, four bull cycles, and out of all 4 of them, only one of the tops was in November, right? And the same people who always say that it's going to be in November, right? They promise you a Lambo in November, right? The same people who say that November thing say that every cycle is 4 years, which there were 4 cycles and only 2 of them were 4 years. So let me get into that. But going forward, some positive news, which is one of the reasons why I think Kaspa is going to eventually explode and just dominate the markets. Now, we have the first automated market maker based DEX on the Kaspa ecosystem. Zealous, right? So this is very, very good news. We got some really good stuff going on with Kaspa recently. Like a month ago, we upgraded from 1 block per second to 10 blocks per second. So that is phenomenal. It is now the fastest network, right? If you want to call it a blockchain or DAG or whatever you want to call it, it is the fastest crypto out there, no matter what, even proof of stake. So that is amazing. And now we got this. We got the ecosystem's first DEX and Launchpad are now battle tested and verified by the best in the game. So yeah, I mean, this is like all this delay in this bull cycle is like giving us what we want. We're giving us the time that we need, or at least obviously the dev team, right? That they need to prepare for, to prepare to go to the moon, to explode, right? So we get all this stuff ready, and then boom, Kaspa is the best crypto, known to existence. But when it comes to this zealous or zealous, I don't know how you say that, but it's, I guess, zeal, right? If you got into this, you're doing pretty damn good. And I'm actually surprised that it has such a high market cap. So the token, the KRC20 token for Zealous swap. But yeah, I mean, I didn't get into it. I kind of took a backseat to a lot of these KRC20s because a lot of these projects were just launching. They seemed great, and then they just fell off the face of the earth. The devs just disappeared and so on. So I guess I wasn't really buying anything new for quite a few months at this point. But I mean, yeah, this is a good play if it eventually starts dumping and going down. But I mean, yeah, I just wanted to note that I'm kind of amazed by that. But moving on to all this other stuff when it comes to Kaspa and future price predictions. Now, yeah, this is craziness, right? This is why I'm talking about this right now. So I believe that we're gonna see a Kaspa going back here. So going out to November, between now and November, I think the Kaspa is going to pump. We're going to see a nice run up. All the cryptos are going to pump. The crypto market is going to pump, and we're going to be breaking all-time highs. Kaspa might get to 30 cents, but I think that we're going to come crashing down to support again, sort of like after November, December, and along with the entire crypto market, or at least not the entire crypto market, because Bitcoin is crazy strong. I think it's going to remain strong for quite some time, for the remainder of this year. It's like we have nonstop buys from, governments buying from governments. The states are getting geared up. New Hampshire was the first one. When they start buying, the price is just going to go to the moon, and Bitcoin dominance is going to stay strong for quite some time. But when everybody else starts realizing that there was no alt season in November, and there's no alt season, the depression is going to settle in. People are just going to be like, oh, I've had enough. And then guess what's going to happen? We're going to come crashing down to support right again. Kaspa might go up this year to 20, 30, maybe even 40 cents, right? If we're lucky, maybe a little bit more, but it's going to come crashing down yet again, just because people are just going to be like, oh my God, all these YouTubers lied to me. They said I was going to get a Lambo in November, right? But it's not going to happen. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, because we could, as far as I'm concerned, we're going to have, my daughter's in the room screaming about something. Anyway, so where was I? Let's get back to this. So the reason why I'm talking about this. So let's take Bitcoin dominance. So this is Bitcoin dominance going right now on monthly candles. It's just going up, right? Let's go back. Now let's go back to the bull cycle of 2017, the bull on top, right? So it started going down right? So here's January 2017, right? And then it starts going down to right here. This is December. So in December, the top in 2017 was in December, right? It wasn't November like everybody keeps telling you. So it was in December. It was like December 18th, 2017 was the top, right? And then you have alt season right here, and Bitcoin dominance goes down even further the next month, right? So you take a full year of Bitcoin dominance dropping down before alt season, right? Now let's go to 2021, right? So what do we have here? So 2021, we're at Bitcoin dominance of 71% in January, right? And then it comes down right here to November. So this was the top of the bull run in 2021. So the only bull cycle where we topped out in November. So Bitcoin dominance is here, and it comes all the way down, right? And alt season starts right here, and then it goes, Bitcoin dominance drops down some more. And this is I mean, this is what happened 2 cycles in a row. This, obviously the Bitcoin dominance chart doesn't go all the way back, right? So this is like April of 2014. But now let's take a look at what we got going on here, right? So this is 2025, current month, current year, I mean, right? Where are we? We're right here in January. What's going on here? It's going up. It's actually going up. So it is going up, and I think it's going to continue to go up. There's no reason why it's going to go down. You know, big money, smart money, not only the banks and Wall Street, but you're talking about governments. They're all buying in, and Bitcoin is crazy hot. So if we were to have a top in November, it stands to reason, based on the previous 2 cycles, the data I just showed you, that we should start seeing Bitcoin dominance drop right now. It should be going this way, right? It should be going this way, not this way. So yeah, so that's one of the things I wanted to get into. Now, there's another thing I want to get into, which is this stuff that's going on in the Middle East with Iran, right? So yeah, so U.S. stock futures fall as U.S. hand in Israel's attack on Iran is uncertain, right? Opinion that the Middle East is throwing a wrench into Trump's economic plan. Yeah, that's the problem, right? Because what happens if oil prices go up? Oil prices go up, the prices of pretty much everything goes up, right? Core CPI starts going up. The Fed has yet another excuse to not lower interest rates. So yeah, so the money supply is not going to be pumping, at least in the U.S. And it has been pumping globally around the world, but we're still not into QE in the U.S. So it's not working in our favor. Now, the reason why I get to this is something I looked into and something I discovered a couple of weeks back. So this is the money supply, right? So this is M2 money supply. What I did was I would say, okay, let me run the percent change at a monthly frequency, and let me see what it looks like, right? So I'm going to go back to 2008, right? And I'm going to include the first cycle. So 2008, let's say May, and I'm going to go up to 2011, and let's stop in November, right? So in 2008, if you consider this is a cycle, right? Bitcoin was created right around here, right? So Bitcoin was created around here. June of 2011 was the first Bitcoin top, the first bull cycle top, right? Wasn't in November, like everybody keeps telling you, right? So I go back. So we're talking about June 2011. I go back to 2008. Right? Well, December 2008. And, I see this particular top on this chart right here. So I'm like, okay, that's like a couple of years, like 2.5 years back. That's like a couple of years back. So what I do is I come here and I say, let's go to 2011, right? And let's start this at May. I want to take me all the way out to, the 2013 cycle. Let's go to December. Oh, let's go to, yeah, that's right. Let's go to 2014. Let's go to January, right? So previous bull cycle top was here, right? The 2013 top was December, early December 2013. Again, not November, right? And if you go back 4 years, you see a top over here, right? You got a lesser one right here, but you see a top over here, right? And a couple small ones here. So again, this is like, like a couple years distance, right? So this doesn't mean anything, but I think this combined with everything that I'm looking at with Bitcoin dominance and all this other stuff, I'm seeing this pattern. Now we go again to the next cycle, right? So now we'll say we go to 2014, right? Let's go to January, and we take us all the way out to let's say 2019 January. So we got another 4-year cycle, right? So 2017. Hold on. So 2017, here was the top. So if you go back, this is the top of Bitcoin in 2017, right? And if you go back to January, you got another full 2 years. You see in this particular chart, there's a top. So again, I'm seeing this pattern like 2 years beforehand. I see a money supply top 2 years before the actual Bitcoin top. So again, the pattern keeps happening. So now we've had from 2009 to 2011, that's one 2-year cycle. From 2011 to 2013 to 2013, that's another 2-year cycle. Now we have from 2013 up until 2017, that's the 4-year cycle, right? Now let's go to the next cycle, which is, so let's start at 2018. Let's take us all the way out to the 2021 cycle, right? So now here we have a new top. We have COVID. We have a money supply top, right? We started printing money like crazy, right? During the lockdown. So April of 2020, and then in November, the first time there was ever a bull cycle top in November, which was the 4th bull cycle, is right here, November 2021. So again, roughly 2 years, we'll say in this case 20 months beforehand, there was a money supply top, right? November 2021, rewind that back to April 2020, and we have this money supply top. So again, every single time I'm seeing approximately 2 years before the Bitcoin top, we see a money supply top on this chart. So let's take us forward. To, so 2022, let's start in January, and let's just go all the way forward to as far as we can go. So this chart goes out to April. So we have no top. We literally have no top. We have this bottom. This is because of the crazy amounts of inflation that was going on during this time period, right? We have no top. If anything, the top is happening right now, right? This chart goes out to April. We're in June. Globally, it's happening right now. We're at in terms of this chart, we'll be at the top like right now, and we're still going to top out even more because, like I said, we haven't even started with the quantitative easing in this cycle. So we have got some time, and the wrench that's being thrown into Trump's economic plan right now is that we really need the Fed to cut interest rates because we have had some excellent, phenomenal inflation readings the last few months, just blowing everybody away, where people are thinking that the tariffs are going to cause inflation and all this other stuff, when we're realizing it's not actually happening. But now we're seeing a situation where if oil prices go up, that inflation is actually going to happen. So we've got a rough road ahead of us. I say that we should use this as an opportunity. Like, we got stuff going on. Like we got all these upgrades. We got stuff going on with Kaspa. We're being given the time that we need to prepare. In terms of us as investors, we have the time to keep on buying in. Right now, we're at an amazing price, right? Absolutely amazing price. So I think we should just keep on buying in. There are going to be local runs, right? They're going to be local tops. So you don't have to, rely on Kaspa. You can get into any of the great tokens that come out. Some of them only last for one run up. I'm big on Housecoin at this point. The software in my community that we make that goes out and seeks out new coins and new tokens, spits out every single day a bunch of tokens that might be really worth it. And one of those great plays I think right now is Housecoin. You should look into it, as at a 30 million market cap right now. Has a lot of whales invested into it, and it's pretty damn good. But other than that, yeah, click that link in the description below if you want to take a look at that Kaspa power law chart, or if you just want to go to the website in general, join my community. I'm starting to raise prices, so because I got like a ton of software and a ton of offerings that none of these other YouTubers that offer you, they tell you about the top that's going to happen in November. Nobody has a lot of the stuff that I have. All the tools, insider alert, we got new coin alerts, we got you name it, activity surges, all-time high alerts, things that let you know when to sell, not only what to buy, but when to buy and when to sell, things like that. It reminds you. So, and a lot of stuff going on, so we can help swing trade. So we'll get into that stuff right now, because maybe we're not going to be able to buy a Lambo with these alts if we just hodl until November and sell, right? But we could swing trade, and along the way we can see run-ups between now and alt season, which might be at least another year away. We're talking, it's June right now. What I'm realistically saying, I can't imagine alt season happening before next June. I just can't imagine it. With everything that's going on, it's like, how is it even possible? We'd have to get some sort of like a Goldilocks scenario where everything is perfect. Even if everything is perfect, I don't think we're going to get that $5 Kaspa by November of this year. I don't think we're going to see a top. We're going to see all season by November of this year. Even in a Goldilocks scenario, it would have to be like some sort of like the opposite of a black swan, right? Like a golden swan, where, like, I don't know, like out of the blue, $1 trillion supply of gold is uncovered underneath the White House or something. No, it's like how the hell with all this stuff that's going on, how the hell are we going to see alt season in November? So these guys that are promising that Lambo in November just to hodl, they're going to get you wrecked. I'm telling you, they're going to get you wrecked. I could be wrong, which is why I'm planning for both scenarios. I'm planning for the fact that I might be wrong with alt season happening in November, so maybe it could. But I'm also planning for the fact that I can find some really, really good plays like right now. And in the next run up, when things start pumping, let's say it's going to be next month, or it's going to be 2 months from now, or whenever it may be, between now and November, there's going to be some pumps, and we're going to be making some all-time highs. Not some amazing all-time highs, but at least a few all-time highs here and there, right? But so I'm planning for that too, and I'm planning on making it big time in those run-ups, without hodling, to get myself wrecked in the end of the year actually. But which is crazy. It's only like a few months away. It's like, how the hell could we go from this? Like how could we go from this to the top of to the top of the cycle. It's like, Jesus, like Bitcoin is, everything is just like, how do you go from this to like the top? I don't know, guys. Anyways, I don't want to keep on, I don't want to go on a rant. I already am. I know I triggered a lot of you, so, but it's a hard truth. And I'm a Kaspa maxi, but I believe that we've got a rough road ahead, and it's not as easy as some of these guys are promising us. So check that link in the description below. So yeah, well, I'll catch you guys later.